All right, welcome out this afternoon to our second match of a doubleheader between Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles and the Mississippi University Owls. Our first match ended in a 3-2 victory for Pensacola Christian, winning that fifth set 15-12. We've got about 7 minutes left on the game clock before we start this afternoon, but we are looking forward to an exciting second match between these two teams. And we will be back with you for game time here in just a little bit. All right, so we are just over a minute from game time. I'm Garrett Ordway, joined this afternoon by Garrett Ordway, former Lady Eagles volleyball player. Now, Carrie, we're playing back-to-back here. A lot of times, if you're at a try and you're the home team, you have an off game in between. But when you're on the road, you're maybe playing back-to-back games. What do the Lady Eagles need to watch out for or think about here in this back-to-back doubleheader?
You know, to a certain extent, you want to make sure that you're not carrying over any baggage from the first game, from the first match. But on the other hand, it's great to be able to take whatever successes you had in the first match and be able to build upon those in the second match. So it's really kind of a mixed bag there of how you should approach it. I think it's a mentality thing more than anything, being able to separate the two events. So we'll see how the Eagles do with that.
Right, of course, keep the good, flush the bad. And we'll see if the Lady Eagles are able to come out and do that here in the second match against Mississippi University this afternoon. Maybe wrapping up some things from the first match. Butcher with 22 assists, Volker with 18 assists. We talked a bit about getting the Eagles into their offense. That meant you needed quite a good performance from your defensive team as well. And both McLeod and Hamilton with over 20 digs there to get the offense into motion. We're having the buzzer go off, so we'll be back with you here in just a moment.
Welcome to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Today's game is between the PCC Lady Eagles and Mississippi University. The National Christian College Athletic Association is committed to the true spirit of competition and upholding the four core values of the game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. We ask that each participant, official, and spectator join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help create a positive environment in which to enjoy today's competition. Please stand for prayer. God, these players once more meet here to compete. We ask again that you keep the players safe, free from injuries, Lord, and may everything done here today bring honor and glory to you. In your name we pray, amen. Today's sport medicine coverage is provided by the Andrews Institute and Baptist Healthcare, the official sports medicine provider for Pensacola Christian College. You can be seated. And starting today for Mississippi University, number 3, Sarah White. Number 4, Sydney Horrell. Number 7, Hannah Duran. Number 9, Maggie Griggs. Number 13, Madison Suggs. Number 15, Jadalyn Trice. Number 17, Jasmine Kelly. Mississippi is led by Coach Hallie Hensley. And now, your Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles. Starting today, number 1, the sophomore from Davison, Michigan, Hannah Duro. Number 4, the sophomore from Las Vegas, Nevada, Jade Halverson. Number 7, the junior from Port St. Lucie, Florida, Brittany Hunter. Number 8, the sophomore from St. Anne, Illinois, Allie McGirt. Number 12, the sophomore from Durham, North Carolina, Victoria Hamilton. Number 18, the senior from Simi Valley, California, Brooke McLeod. Number 19, the sophomore from Phoenix, Arizona, Kenzie Folker. The Lady Eagles are led by Coach Callan Oman. Officiating today's game are Ray Roro and Dan Howard.
Tori Hamilton will get us started in this second match with the service for the Lady Eagles. I'm Garrett Ordway, joined this afternoon by Carrie Ordway on the call. Set by Kenzie Folker, wide for Brittany Hunter, who starts the Lady Eagles off with a kill. Hunter finished the last match with 11 kills, joining Gamble and Doro in double digits. Hamilton, another top spinner. Over in the net and in, a back row attack from Mississippi, and a over on two by Folker. Leads to the point just through the outstretched block of Jasmine Kelly. Hamilton over and in again. And still alive. No extra touches ruled there by the official. And Hunter blocked by Mississippi, and it does land inbounds. Point for Mississippi. One thing I noticed the Eagles did really well last game was limit service errors. I feel like when I've watched them in prior years, we had a lot of balls out of bounds, balls into the net. They limited those, which is a very controllable part of the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good swing there by Halverson, and she'll head back to serve. Over on two from Hannah Duran, setter for Mississippi. And, McGirt tried to, with a tricky little hit there, just put it out of bounds.
That was a good thought, and it was a good read by Mackenzie, or by Kenzie there, to be able to get that tip over, because that was something that the Eagles had been caught on a few times in the previous match.
Hunter puts it down hard. Mississippi digs, but ends up scoring a point for the Lady Eagles.
You know, we talked a lot about these hitters hitting out of position on the first volley there, and once again we saw that happening with Brittany hitting out of the middle, usually hitting out of the outside, strong side, but finding success with that.
Butcher serves it over. First offense. Dug out by Hamilton for the Eagles. Gamble puts it over, not too much trouble for Mississippi, and a misplay there from Gamble, I believe, leads to a point for Mississippi. Intensity looks good. I was worried maybe that break would lead to the Lady Eagles coming out a bit flat. Up and over, Butcher now the set outside to Hunter, just wide. A ruling of a net violation leads to a Lady Eagles point.
You know, it might have actually worked in both teams' favor that the games were such a quick turnaround after the first match went a little bit longer than anticipated, so they didn't quite have enough time to come down fully off of that first match.
Yeah, a good serve there by Sue Lee leads to a point for the Eagles. You see that the libero there just unable to get a good enough piece of it. And again, Sue Lee with two in a row. My stats say she had 2 aces in the first match and now matched that here in the first set. A short one there. Mississippi able to get it up for their middle hitter. Hamilton unblocked, easily puts it into a difficult spot for the Mississippi defense. Right, that first match going 5 sets put us right up against the 1 o'clock start time for the second match. Boy, and Sue Lee piecing apart this Mississippi defense. And so we started a bit behind schedule here, about 1:30 start time for this second match. And there she goes deep and just misses the corner paint. Mississippi to serve here. Lady Eagles leading 9-4. Sue Lee with the dig. Off the block goes Doro. Again, as you mentioned, potentially a little bit out of position there. Normally moving into the middle, but scores the point, sending McLeod back to serve. Big swing there by Sydney Horrell of Mississippi. Unable to get into system there were the Lady Eagles. Halverson with the block. And Hamilton was blocked. Halverson now with the swing. Pushed over on two. Butcher up. McLeod. Gamble lefty. Ended up off speed, going off the middle block.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a good play by the libero, Brooke, to be able to get that kind of out of that cluster there in the middle where girls were kind of getting on top of each other.
Right, a bit crowded in the center of the floor there. McLeod able to get it out wide to Gamble. And PCC leads early here, 11-4. Off the block there, Halverson goes again, quick and scores! 12-4 Lady Eagles. They've come out with the energy we saw them finish the last match with. McLeod over and in. That ball out, and no touch ruled there, so another point for the Lady Eagles. A 13-4 lead for the Lady Eagles here, pulling out quite early, leads to a timeout by Mississippi. And we're back with Brooke McLeod taking the serve for the Lady Eagles. Oh, dug out there by Gamble on the far side, but overpass leading to a kill for Mississippi. We've seen some good service start here for the Lady Eagles. Is it something they're doing? Is it something Mississippi's not able to do on the defensive side?
Yeah, you know, we're seeing the Owls taking a little bit longer to adjust to these serves that the Eagles are putting over, especially someone like Sue, who has just come off of several serves. She's very skilled at mixing up her serves, and we're just seeing a little bit of a slower adjust time to those serves.
A good rally here off the block, and a point there for the Lady Eagles. Well, we see Kenzie Folker now going back to serve. We'll see if the Owls are able to put up any better defense here. Got into their offense there. Hamilton able to hit it into the block, though. Dug by McLeod and over. The libero ends up having to hit it over for the Owls. Hamilton splits the block, it appeared, with a good swing, and just able to push it down the line was, I believe, Harley Kelly for the Mississippi Owls. As a defense player, you're trying to read that push, that tip attempt. It looked like Sue and Brooke just unable to quite get there. Jade with the set. McGirt off the block. Jade swings again and into the net there. Halverson ends up having to put it over free, and we saw a bit of a poor contact there as the official calls the double on Hannah Duran of Mississippi. Maybe a bit of sweat on her hands there. She gets those wiped off. Hamilton with the deep serve. Mississippi in pretty good rhythm. No touch observed, and a point for the Lady Eagles. That ball, another one pushed out from Mississippi. The Lady Eagles benefiting from some maybe slightly unforced errors.
Yeah, I was going to mention that we seem to have seen some more unforced errors so far this set than we have previously. A little bit even slower pace throughout the set so far, and that might be in part because of the fact that they just came off of playing a 5-set match less than an hour ago.
Right, we're still less than an hour removed from that first match. Just able to stay on her side of the net there. Off the block, ruled a touch, and that ball gets down for Hunter. Lady Eagles, it's not, first set not over yet, but pulled out to a significant advantage here, 18-7. Dug a little wide by McLeod, but Folker makes a great play back to the middle. Halverson, no problem to score that point. And I think this is partly a testament to what I perceive as a difference of energy levels.
Yeah.
Right now, the Eagles up at it in front of their home crowd, and Mississippi a bit lethargic. Good swing by Hunter, dug out though by Mississippi, and McGirt blocks it, and no one able to pick it up as it falls right next to the net. Huerta Ramirez was in there for a bit for Mississippi, now being subbed out for Maggie Griggs, I believe, for the Owls. Blocked, went over, came back. Now Hamilton goes from the back row. A good swing, unable to provide any offense for Mississippi. Folker tries on two, goes off the tape though, making it a little easier. Oh, miscommunication there. Coach Oman asking for some communication, but just a good ball right there by Mississippi to earn the point. Might have been Sarah White with the kill. And Cora Lathers seeing her first action today in this second match, subbing in for Tori Hamilton. Kenzie Folker with the set to Halverson, who makes a big swing, gets Mississippi out of system. Dig there by Lathers, and almost saved by Hunter, I believe made that last touch. Great hustle, and just couldn't, trying to get her over and keep it in bounds. That was really tight.
It was a really awkward angle, so for her to come as close as she did was pretty impressive.
Hunter with a swing. You mentioned before how you'd like to see her get a little more angle on that attack, and that one was down quickly.
Yep.
Great block by McGirt. Point for the Lady Eagles, 21-10. Here, I think, is where we get into that momentum, finishing out the first set. You want to go ahead and put the nail in the coffin, if you will, of this first set, and not let them creep back in before that second set. And long, good eye there on the defensive side by McLeod and Lathers. Lathers has brought some additional energy to that back line on defense, and Doro in the net just a little bit. Couple of substitutions here for Mississippi. Abby Fields with maybe her first action of the day for Mississippi Owls. Ooh, a short little serve there. McLeod unable to pass that effectively. And Fields will serve again. Lathers, beautiful pass to Butcher in the middle, up for the middle hitter there. No touch ruled, and so 4 contacts for the Owls leads to a point for the Eagles. Now before Lathers gets back to the front, Hamilton subs in into her outside hitter position. Sue Lee serving, nice deep serve. A swing there from Mississippi up near the net. Doro. Sometimes it looks a bit different, but effective.
Yeah, and I mean,
that's the athleticism.
Yeah, she did what she could with that. You know, that was an overpass, and she took an overpass and made it instead an attack.
Right.
And it was because of her athleticism that she was able to get up there and do that. And
there's the first set point for the Lady Eagles, cleaning up quickly here, 25-13. 25-13, set 1 goes to the Lady Eagles. Few minute break, and we'll join you again soon.
You only have one life. What are you going to do with it? This is a place where you can be empowered to fulfill God's calling and pursue your passion.
I had told my pastor before coming here, I was like, I don't really like school, but now like on my 3rd year, learning is so much fun.
Incrementally, we're ready to do more, we're ready to face more, and to say, this may not be the easiest thing I've ever done, but it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
Teaching is communicating facts, but the bottom line for me with teaching is connecting the material so the students not only know it, but appreciate it and also know how to use it.
We have great faculty, and they honestly inspire me.
They'll constantly tell you, if you need something, come talk to me. You can have a really good teacher-student relationship. And that's one of the reasons why I chose PCC, is to have faculty that love God to help me further my spiritual walk with Christ.
Faculty are saying it's going to take hard work and dedication to be the best at whatever you're doing for God's glory. Everything that I see here is Christ-centered.
Why is PCC here? It's to change lives to make them more like Christ.
They want students to make an impact on the world. I think their goal really is to change the world, and they do it one student at a time.
All right, we are back for set number 2 in this second match of the day between the Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles and the Mississippi University Owls. The Eagles hit as a team 270 in that first set, which their highest was 222 in set 5 of the last game. Very efficient, 14 kills, only 4 errors out of their 37 attempts. We have it here, Sue Lee with 4 aces in that first set. Lady Eagles coming out and doing exactly what we hoped they would, right? Keep up the intensity, keep up the energy
Yeah.
in that first set.
And, you know, one thing I even noticed about the energy in the last set is that it was high, but it also seemed like it was a sustainable level of energy. You know, in the previous match, I think we saw so many spikes of energy that, you know, when they had those, that kind of almost reached unsustainable levels. But now they seem to have found that sweet spot.
Hunter off the block there. She had a good first set with 5 kills. Off the block there. And into the net. They ruled Sarah White into the net first. And she's taking a second there, potentially uneasy on an ankle.
You know, thinking about Hunter, who just attacked, I feel like we're already seeing her be much more of a presence in this match than we had in the previous match, and I think that is a testament to the Eagles just controlling the pace of the game, being more purposeful with what they're doing rather than reactive. And so that's one of the byproducts of that, is that we get to see hitters like Hunter make more of a difference there on front row.
Asking for it there. It ends up going outside to McGirt, who just tried to play the smart shot and unfortunately didn't get it over the net.
And it would have been a good idea. She saw the hole. There was a hole there on the Owls defense.
Orell back to serve for the Owls. McLeod unable to get a good touch on that. And it goes for a point to Mississippi. Jumping out early here, 4-1 in this second set. McLeod up. Folker having to move a little bit, not bad. Doro with the kill.
A strong outside hit there from the middle hitter.
And so Butcher comes in to serve. Coach Ullman has made a few rotational adjustments over the last week or two, and this Lady Eagles team looks like they have responded really well to those. Winning their first match of the day, seeming to have be able to get into a rhythm offensively and defensively. Butcher with the set outside. Lefty Gamble actually able to get to that. Hunter to McLeod, up at the net. Gamble kind of in a joust there. Deep from Mississippi. Hunter takes it. And that goes off Mississippi and out the back.
You know, Gamble did an excellent job reading that overpass, because it was an overpass, and she recognized that she would not be able to get up and actually attack it, and instead she timed it in such a way that she was there to be a block, and she did effectively block that. So that was some good timing on Gamble's part.
Led to a point there for the Lady Eagles, trailing 5-3.
Good defense by Lee.
Set. Doro on the swing hit. Blocked by either Gamble or Doro. Butcher into the middle for Doro with the tip, and it falls. Sue Lee, freshman. What a pickup for this Lady Eagles team. Up high and down for Doro. 2 kills on 3 attempts in that first set, and she might have surpassed that number already.
Yeah, once again, we're seeing Doro already making much more of a presence, it seems, in this match than in the previous one today. And I think that, once again, is a testament to how the Lady Eagles are controlling the pace of this game.
It seems like all of the hitters are firing, and Doro gets just out of the way for Hamilton and leads to a point for the Lady Eagles. Butcher kind of set that in between Doro and Hamilton, and we have a Mississippi Owl player down. We will step away from the broadcast for just a minute. All right, we are joining you again here. Maggie Griggs of the Mississippi Owls with a bit of a scary fall there, I believe, holding her shoulder. We do wish her the best. And we are needing to get back into action here. I believe Brianna Huerta Ramirez, number 25, entered the game for Mississippi. I'm not sure if that was the substitution that was made. But Sue Lee is back now to serve for the Lady Eagles. No touch ruled there on the swing from Michaela Hudgens, and a point to the Lady Eagles. Sue Lee a deep serve, and Hudgens gets another swing, and out the back there for a point to the Lady Eagles. Just scraped the top of the net, and no one home there after the second hit. Point goes to the Lady Eagles. Sue Lee ready to fire again. Into the net there, but the Lady Eagles took a 9-6 lead over Mississippi, as Abby Fields goes back to serve for Mississippi. Doro with a firm swing, dug out though by Mississippi, but the swing goes wide. McLeod has the libero in to serve. Halverson able to just tip it over the block there. Gamble goes on two, I believe.
Yep.
And the point.
And that's that play that we saw them execute successfully last match. Doing that again.
A lot of times you can get that point through before the block actually gets up.
Yeah.
And have an easier time getting the kill. McLeod with the serve. Set over, but McLeod reading it easily. Gamble, a good swing. Block unable to put it back across the net, and a point for the Lady Eagles. Oh, swing there by Michaela Hudgens leads to a point for the Mississippi Owls. And Maggie Griggs will go back to serve. Oh, just touched there by Halverson as the set was a bit wide. And now a 12-9 advantage for the Eagles. Hamilton out of the middle. Butcher puts it over on two. In the middle for Hudgens, who finds a hole as Hamilton was dropping back. Sue Lee on second, up for Halverson. He puts a good swing on it. Sue Lee gets it up at least. McLeod gets it back towards the front for Halverson. Little scramble, but you're still in it. Butcher back set for Gamble. McLeod gets it over on three. It's in. Mississippi still playing as well, and that one finds space inside the back line. Michaela Hudgens with another kill there. Clawed their way back in, now trailing just 12-11. Maggie Griggs back to serve. Hamilton passes it up to Butcher, sets it to Halverson for the kill. Kenzie Folker back to serve. And that second ball finds the net outside the red and white antenna, leading to a point for the Lady Eagles. Folker with another deep serve there. Hudgens blocked. Oh, that one goes off McLeod's hands and out of bounds. The libero, McLeod had 27 digs in the last game, and she's starting to pile those up again in this second match. Second hit from the Mississippi libero is in play, so they can get a third hit over. Halverson goes off the block, and it's played there by Mississippi. And unable to get it back over there. The Lady Eagles, both scrambling and in system, have played a great game today.
Yeah. It seems as if they're just being a lot more consistent this game. Or maybe just even paced, perhaps, might even be a better way to think of it.
McLeod and Hamilton on the back line, effective. Getting it over. Although a free ball ruled a touch at the net. And so a point to Mississippi. Right, you certainly like to catch the highs and the energy with it, but this Lady Eagles team might have had some lows with that energy as well.
Yeah, a great serve receive.
Just tipped over. Oh, overpass there. Halverson aware. Folker, what a pass.
Yeah.
Okay. Halverson pushes a deep on three there. A swing. Oh no. Just caught the net before the ball landed out of bounds. Didn't quite get the number there, but it was ruled a point for Mississippi after the Lady Eagles were in the net. Hunter did not see much resistance from the block.
No.
That's one thing I've noticed about Mississippi, having trouble putting up that first line of defense. You're not doing your defensive specialist and libero any help if you're not covering with that block. Sydney Harrell back to serve with a 2-point deficit for Mississippi, 17-15. Little off the net there for Doro. She gets it over and in though on three. Off the block, Hamilton to Folker. Outside to Hunter. Blocked and in play for Mississippi's libero. Doro in the middle. When that block is there, it seems to be reasonably effective for Mississippi. It's just not there maybe often enough. Referee ruling Folker was below the net on that attempt. That one sneaked through the Lady Eagles block, and Mississippi has managed to climb back into this game. Coach Oman asking for a timeout to reset. right, coming out of that timeout by the Lady Eagles. Sydney Harrell still back serving for Mississippi. Looking to soften the Mississippi momentum. However, Hunter with a poor serve received there. Overpass there, and so a quick kill by Mississippi. Retaking the lead, maybe, yeah, it's been they did have a lead earlier in the set, but it's been a while. Now back in the lead, 18-17. Hamilton just gets it over on the third hit. Hamilton out of the back. Good swing out of the back row there. Off the block. Folker squared her shoulders there a bit, giving away the hit, but Mississippi making the attack error. As that setter goes to make that, you know, almost trick attack, you want to wait as long as possible to show it, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, in the net there. Delayed call from the official who makes it.
There might have been a few violations that could have been called on that one.
All of them lead to a point for the Lady Eagles, now back in front, 19-18. Different dynamic than the runaway victory they had in the first set. Hunter finding a hole in the defense there. Butcher with a great set from the back. And now she serves again. Just touched over. Oh! Hunter to Butcher's face. Goes under the net. Seaman good spirits. 20-19 Lady Eagle lead, but Mississippi serves. McLeod puts it up to Butcher into the middle for Doro. Cuts it over a little bit. Griggs tries to find the angle there. Lady Eagles are ready. Hunter puts a good swing on it. Butcher into the middle for Doro. Ruled a touch. McLeod swings from the back. Oh, and Doro had gone up for the block. Gamble was way outside. It just sneaked into a spot on the floor where no Lady Eagles could get it. And a point for Mississippi. Cloud up to Butcher. Doro looked like she was soaring on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, blocked, but on the Eagle side of the net. Mississippi taking the 21-20 lead, and Coach Homan would like to talk it over. Timeout, Lady Eagles. The Lady Eagles have used both of their timeouts in this second set. They'll need to put some points on the board here to close it out. McLeod up to Butcher for Dora in the middle. Now outside to Hunter. Staying on opposite sides this time. Gamble unable to get that one over. Normally, Gamble and Hunter switch, as Gamble, the lefty, would be best used on the other side most times. Switching here, Gamble a bit out of rhythm. Just not having maybe as many opportunities to establish that rhythm as we've seen others able to carry it this second set. Hunter with a good swing, but dug by Mississippi. Over and in without too much trouble. And Hunter back on her strong side. Griggs finds a gap between the block and between the defense of Hunter and McLeod, leading to a set point for Mississippi. Short though into the net, giving the Lady Eagles a chance with, I think, who you'd want to see at the service line for Pensacola today. Sue Lee back. And not over the net for Mississippi, 24-22. Lady Eagles haven't lost the second set yet. And just down in front of Hamilton. A little top spin off speed. And that does give the second set to the Mississippi University Owls. 25-22 your final score for that second set. We will return for the third set, one set apiece in just a few minutes. All right, we are about ready to start our third set of our second match here today between the Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles and Mississippi University Owls. First set, Pensacola Christian won 25-13. Mississippi University responding in a close second set with a victory of 25-22. We mentioned the good hitting percentage for the Lady Eagles in the first set of 270. That dipped to just 133 in the second set. A better defensive effort put forward by Mississippi. Hamilton back to serve first for the Lady Eagles. A top spinner taken by Mississippi. Halverson sets it up for Hunter, and a net violation by Mississippi leads to a point for the Lady Eagles. Hamilton finding this front corner of the Owls serve receive, and just off the block travels across the top of the net before falling out of bounds. Point to Mississippi. Oh, a good swing and just missing the line there was a Brittany Hunter attack. Swing in the middle by the Eagles. McLeod puts it up. Brittany Hunter tracks it down. Passed over by McLeod into the middle and just in front of the back line for another point to Mississippi. Now this is your 8th set of the day. How do you cope with the fatigue? Should you have just done more cardio earlier?
Yeah.
Is it too late? What do you do?
You know, yeah, the overall fitness level plays a big role in that, but I think we are seeing some slower transition times, especially on both sides. Noticing that, and I can't help but think about these back-to-back, these double headers, like a race. You know, you have your short races where you can expend a lot of energy quickly, but when you know you're in it for a long haul, you kind of see them settling down, recognizing that they've still got a ways to go before they finish out their work for today.
Hamilton with a good swing from the back there. Right, the Eagles did bring so much energy into the end of that first match, and then the first set of this second match. You wonder if it'll be sustainable. You mentioned you thought they had kind of hit a level of sustainability. Yeah. They maybe tapered off a bit in that second set. Oh, blocked and unable to be played there by Halverson or Hamilton. McLeod enters as the libero for Halverson. Jasmine Kelly back to serve for Mississippi. Ooh, close to the net there, and Folker unable to do anything with that pass. Deep and signaled out by the line judge for a point to the Lady Eagles. Butcher now back to serve. Good pass by Hunter, and Gamble maybe not expecting the placement of that set. And Hunter down. Needing a sub, Kayla Boggs comes into the game for Brittany Hunter. Kayla Boggs, a sophomore out of Colorado. Point did end up going to the Lady Eagles. Butcher now with the serve. Up high for Hudgens. Boggs with the swing and the score.
Way to come in for your first point. Definitely making a statement there.
Boy, a good feeling. You're maybe concerned about coming off the bench a bit.
Yeah.
Rusty, cold.
Jumped right in. You know, when I saw that set going to her, I thought, maybe should have given her some time to warm up. But No need for that.
No, and an ace there by Butcher ties the game at 6 apiece. Up for Hudgens. Butcher working with it there. Oh, Butcher passes it just wide. Gamble unable to track it down. Good little scramble during that point for the Lady Eagles, but it does go to Mississippi. And Abby Fields back to serve again for the Owls. Hamilton with a pass to Butcher. Gamble and Doro both close. It seemed like they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, that was an intentional play call there, and that is pretty off-putting as a defense when you see those two hitters go up right next to each other, and the set could very feasibly go to either one. Definitely enough to throw you off.
Sully just curls it wide on that serve. Mississippi leads 8-7. When you're in system, do you call plays completely before the serve? We sometimes.
Yeah, the setter will go ahead and signal to her hitters what plays she's going to run that time, that play. That set.
Blocked by Hudgens. And so does a play take potentially multiple offenses into account, or once you get through basically your first or second offense, are you just in system at that point?
Yeah, well, I'm not a hitter, so I don't have direct experience with that. But usually, they have the set plays that they want to run throughout that volley, and you play them as you have opportunity to. That's what your hitters know to be looking for. And sometimes you'll hear them verbally call out different plays as well.
Sully responded to certainly the block deflection there, just unable to quite get it to another player. And from that, I believe 7-7 tie, Mississippi has jumped out to an 11-7 lead. And Coach Oman asking for Emma Reagan to sub in for Bethany Gamble. Into the front row, Emma Reagan, a freshman from North Carolina. And we see them going right to the girl entering, and a good hit there by Emma Reagan. This time outside to Hamilton, who puts it down the line and in. What a luxury for Coach Oman to have a couple girls on the bench she can
absolutely
confidently bring into the game.
And Emma has already brought a lot of value to the team, gotten some playing time already this season.
Hamilton with the swing and the point. Good little, almost out of system offense there for the Lady Eagles. McLeod with a good serve. And pushed out. No touch signaled by either line judge. And the Lady Eagles right back in it. And a point for the Lady Eagles. That set a little bit too close to the net for any Mississippi hitter to do anything with. And McLeod comes right away with that set for an ace. A swing, and again, no touch indicated. And so another point for the Lady Eagles, responding with 6 points in a row after giving up a few of the same. A little bit of an ugly touch there. Butcher asks for help. And not quite able to get that ball in play. Good stretch, though, for the Lady Eagles, as the game is now tied 13-13. Madison Suggs back to serve for Mississippi. McLeod up to Hamilton. I'm sorry, to Butcher. Butcher to Reagan. Hamilton. Hamilton. Swings big. Oh, Reagan just catches it off her hand and out of bounds. Hamilton's going to swing hard about every time, it seems. No worry about the block there. She's going to play her game, and it's worked out well so far today. There she is again with the swing off the net. Butcher pushes it over on two. Catches Mississippi a little off guard. A deep swing there. Lee and McLeod handle it. Outside for Mississippi, Sue Lee digs it off the back line. Reagan, dug by Lee off the block. Hamilton, that was a bit off speed. Coach Oman asking for them to keep the intensity up. This is an extended rally here. Sue Lee right there. Hamilton, cross court. Oh, dug out there. Good play by Sydney Horrell. Reagan, but the Mississippi libero there. Off the block. Butcher pushes it deep. The libero gets it up on two. It'll come over on three. Oh, and just out. Halverson made a good swing, just a bit wide. Both these teams probably already tired, and then an extended rally there.
Yeah.
We'll see how they respond. Ooh. Oh, McLeod. What a swing from the back row. Off the block and down on Mississippi's side. Point for the Lady Eagles. Some textbook hitting form from our libero there in the back row. Folker wide to Hamilton, doesn't. The line judge signaling that it did come off a Mississippi player before going out of bounds. Point to the Lady Eagles. Tied up at 15-15, a couple of close sets here in the second and third. And that one, they said no touch. And so a fourth contact by Mississippi. In the middle for Halverson. Just over there from Mississippi, and the line judge thinks it went over the red and white pole, which would be out of play for Lady Eagles point. Folker back to serve. Back row attack from Huerta Ramirez. Good defense, though, leading to in-system offense. Hamilton with the point. Yeah, using the block effectively there. And then a deep serve by Folker, leading to just a pass by Mississippi. Folker up for McGirt. Blocked, though, down on the Eagle side. And a touch of the net by a Mississippi player. Leads to a point for the Lady Eagles. Now, just on that last one, Sue Lee passed the ball very high to the setter. Do you prefer a low pass, high pass? Is it a...
I mean, I think at this level, when you are setting at this level, you are equipped to deal with whatever type of pass you get. So I think they prefer a pass that is to them.
Right. Cora Lathers checked back into the game for, I believe, Tori Hamilton. Taking a well-deserved rest. Oop. McGirt takes the second there. Hunter gets it off a Mississippi player on the back line. That ball might have been going out. It looked like Sydney Harrell was trying to actually get out of the way at the last second. But it does go off her for a point for the Lady Eagles. Halverson, good top spinner, just over and down for an ace. Oh, little off speed there, just caught McGirt off guard. Wasn't able to get it up. 21-18 lead for the Lady Eagles, but it is Mississippi University with the serve. Oh, Doro with a good swing. On the strong side, she moves middle, goes to the block with McGirt. McLeod there on the dig. Alley with the swing. Dug, though, by Mississippi. Tight cross-court swing by Mississippi. McLeod there, that time on the dig. Lathers bumps it over. Back set. Doro off the hand, and nobody there. Coach Oman asking for a bit of intensity to finish out this third set of this match, 8th set of the day. Set up by Folker McGirt. No touch indicated there. And just a 1-point advantage now for the Eagles. Hunter with a deep overpass, not at the net. An overpass that was not ruled to have gotten into the net. Ruled that it was still on the Owls side of the net, and we have a timeout. As we come out of the timeout, a bit of an odd call there. The referee stepped over and did mention the ball did not quite get into the plane of the net, and so the Eagles could not go and touch it. Yet it was only the Owls' second touch, and so it was ruled a violation and point to Mississippi. Tie ball game, 21-21. Up for Doro and down off a Mississippi player. Point to the Lady Eagles. Responding well out of that timeout. Emma Reagan subbing back in what would normally be Gamble's spot. Reagan taking over here. Butcher back to serve. Doro punishes the overpass. 23-21. and off the red and white antenna, last touched by the Eagles, and so a 1-point game here, another tight one in this third set. Abby Fields back to serve for Mississippi. Emma Reagan with the pass. A back set to Hunter. Ruled there was a touch. In the middle for Hudgens. And now Reagan, I believe, off the block and down. And the Lady Eagles have reached set point. Sue Lee heading back to serve. Hamilton into the front row. Sue Lee with the serve. Effectively passed by the libero. Up. Dora goes on two. And they score. A 25-22 third set victory for the Lady Eagles to take a 2-1 set advantage here in this second match. Heading into the fourth set, we will have the Lady Eagles and the Mississippi University Owls when we return.
What makes you smile? Time with people you love. Making a difference at your work or ministry. Fun memories and the little things that make your day. Going to graduate school can mean giving up those things, but it doesn't have to. With an online master's degree from Pensacola Christian College, you can reach your goals and still be there for family, work, and ministry. Of course, earning a graduate degree comes with challenges, like money and time. But with online learning, you can get a degree that's made for your schedule and budget. One that only costs a little over $10,000, with a flexible payment option too. And with online learning, you can learn anytime, anywhere, with classes that fit your schedule. Take the next step by choosing one of several master's degree programs: business administration, educational leadership, ministry, Bible exposition, and others. At Pensacola Christian College, you'll get a biblical perspective and insight from caring professionals and ministry leaders. So when you graduate, you won't have just a diploma. You'll have confidence to go further in your ministry or career, and you'll still have those memories that make you smile. It's graduate school built for real life. Graduate school built for you.
And we are ready for the fourth set here of our second match of the day between the Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles and the Mississippi University Owls. Pensacola Christian leading this one 2-1 after 3 sets. We've got Hannah Duran back to serve for Mississippi. A back set here by Kenzie Folker to Halverson, and it falls in for a point. Doro entering the front row as Halverson goes back to serve. Halverson in the back row with a good swing. Mississippi's libero with the second hit. And McGirt unable to get that one over. She had to run a long way, it looked like, to try to get that hit. Ball dipped just a bit before McLeod could get to it, and it does wind up a point for Mississippi. Close to the net for Folker. McLeod ends up with it. Oh, touched. And we do have a net. Oh, I believe a back row attack.
Yeah.
Hannah Duran, the setter, had been coming from the back row and did contact that ball above the net and put it over. So the ruling there from the head official. Good catch. Haley Butcher now back to serve. Gets it in, a wide set, unable to be handled effectively by Sarah White, and a point for the Lady Eagles. Up for Griggs. Hunter blocked. McLeod with the dig, but puts it over. Good up by Butcher to Gamble. And now Butcher to Hunter, and ruled out. No touch ruled. Point for Mississippi. McLeod wide hit, and Hunter unable to track it down.
And I think we're seeing a bit of the result of so many sets that these teams have played so far, especially now, even more than in the last set. You know, we see them, they're tired, they're moving more slowly, they're making sometimes a little bit more simple mistakes, and you can just see the last several sets starting to wear on them a bit. So now it's going to be a test of their mental toughness to be able to see who can stay mentally strong through the next set or two sets, but also the physical preparation that they've put in ahead of time is really going to be quite evident at this point. And, you know, that's what we're always told when you were training in preseason and throughout the season. You know, when you go to these tournaments, you're playing multiple times a day, and you've got to make sure that you have that baseline fitness level to be able to sustain that much play.
Right, there's definitely the both aspects of the exhaustion. Might be physically exhausted, but you need to refrain from the mental errors.
Yeah, and mental exhaustion. You know, I didn't put it like that, but the physical and mental exhaustion. When it gets to the point, I remember being on defense, you just sit there and think, I've been reading these hits all day, and you just get tired. And I know for the other positions, these setters have been calling plays for the last 3 hours. A lot of mental work that goes into the game as well.
That one's out, and no touch signaled there, so a point for the Lady Eagles. The concentration needed just to not make, you know, a lazy pass, to really make a good pass. We'll see these defensive players try to maintain that. A good serve there by Lee, just creeping over the net for the ace.
You know, these hitters thinking about making sure the mechanics of their approach and their contact with the ball is smooth even at this point.
Right.
A lot of that is mental as well.
Good swing there, and another point for the Lady Eagles. Right, you'd hope you'd have drilled enough that you could kind of just go through the motions, but you still have to have that focus to complete some of those motions.
Yeah, so I guess you can maintain that focus without having to actually be thinking through the different mechanics, because like you said, at that point, you're hoping that that's muscle memory. You've trained enough, and you've trained while tired enough as well to be able to perform at this point.
Right, and there we see another ball dropping in for the Lady Eagles, a tie game at the moment, 7-7.
You know, we talked about physical exhaustion and mental exhaustion, but one more aspect of that is the fact that, they've been communicating with each other and being a team sport for, once again, all of these sets. And that can even be exhausting. Making sure everyone's on the same page, coordinating everyone's activities throughout the games.
Right, a real test for both of these teams. And off the block there, and then off McLeod on the back line. Point for Mississippi. There have been today some extended rallies as well, even within points. A lot of the sets have been close, so there have been a lot of points in each set. Just all of them adding up. And McLeod there with a hit from the back row.
We have talked about those extended rallies on previous broadcasts in that, it's always great to know that your team is scrappy enough to be able to maintain those extended rallies, but also you want to have that finishing power to avoid those extended volleys as well.
Right, we've got Kayla Boggs in the game again here in this fourth set, and Kenzie Folker back to serve.
A good block by Kenzie once again, jumping right into the
and down for
Kayla,
the Lady Eagles. Try to mention all the players as they come into the game today. Carmen McCrory has checked in for the Mississippi University Owls. Seeing some action, I believe, as their setter. No net violation ruled there. Little shake of the net must have just have been the ball. And a point for the Lady Eagles. Up for Hudgens. No touch ruled there either. Little flip over there by the setter from Mississippi. And Hamilton with a good swing. Teammates congratulating a great play. Folker serving it really deep there.
And Folker really has a great ability to mix up her serves. That previous serve was pretty short, going all the way to the back line on that one.
Lady Eagles on a bit of a run here, 14-8 now. And maybe this is some of it. They look like they could, or maybe should be, easier passes from Mississippi, but making some potential errors there. And we do have a timeout called by Coach Haley Hensley. Timeout, Mississippi University. Kenzie Folker getting us back in the game here with the serve. Free pass over from Mississippi. Set up for Jade Halverson, who makes the kill.
One thing that I've enjoyed seeing about Kenzie over the last few years is that as a setter, she takes just as much joy, I think, out of those kills as the hitters do. And you can always see her celebrating with the hitters.
More points for the Eagles, 17-8. They're certainly bringing the energy to this fourth set. Oh, and a double hit there by Hannah Duran, leading to another point for the Eagles. Volker over and in. Hudgens, back row for McLeod. Boggs with a good swing. And maybe some miscommunication there by Mississippi, leading to the errant attack. And a point for the Lady Eagles, 19-8. Of course, if they win the fourth set, that would end this match. And an errant attempt by Carmen McCrory on the second hit leads to a 20-8 advantage for the Lady Eagles.
You know, Garrett, I've been really impressed by how Kayla Boggs has been able to jump right into this match and be able to really contribute to what the team is doing. As a skilled player, she can really play all around the court. She's quite proficient in setting as well. So for her to be able to jump into this hitting position as well speaks a lot to her skill and a little bit of a miscue there as I'm saying that.
Right. I think in warm-up she was with the setters along the front line. And so for her to be able to come in and she had a pass there in addition to the kills she's had as well. That utility player able to come in and fill a different role depending on the need.
And it's even more so, you know, to be able to jump right into the action. And, you know, we mentioned that when she came in, she immediately, her first touch of the ball was a kill. That takes a lot. That takes a lot of mental toughness to be able to jump right in and not have to, or not even get the benefit of a warm-up period.
Ooh, Hunter had passed it to Volker, sent it back to Hunter, and the timing just missed there as Hunter put it into the net. 21-10 advantage, though, still for the Lady Eagles. McLeod passes it over. Oh. And a double contact there by Hannah Duran, setter from the Mississippi University Owls. Leading to Halverson serving for the Lady Eagles. Lathers just unable to get around on that dig. Now Sydney Orell back to serve. Hannah Duran asking for a towel. I think she's done that a couple times, asked for her hands to be dried. Volker with a one-handed volley there. And what's the call? Okay. Just that the ball hit the ground on Mississippi's side. It was close to the red and white antenna.
I think there was
what ruling we would get there.
Close to the antenna. I think there was a center line violation as well. But obviously, ball falling would trump either of those.
Haley Butcher back to serve, 23-11 advantage for the Lady Eagles. A set here and a swing by Jasmine Kelly. No touch, leading to a match point for the Lady Eagles. I guess they would have quite a few match points upcoming. Butcher with the serve there. And that'll do it. With that hit into the net, the Lady Eagles win the fourth set, win both matches today at home against Mississippi College. A 25-11 final score after sets of 25-13, 22-25, and then 25-22. This last set again, 25-11. A great performance today by the Lady Eagles. Carrie, any closing thoughts?
We would like to thank
I
the
think
Andrews
it's
Institute
nice to
for
end on
providing
this
team
note to head
position.
into the games they have coming up. So it'll be exciting to see how they build on their success that they had this afternoon.
Well, we hope you'll join us again next time for Lady Eagles volleyball and for any other sporting events here for the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Have a blessed rest of your day.